So I'm going to spend most of my time here, of course, in this SEO management project that you see over here on the left-hand side, because that is why we're all here, right? SEO. So Slingshot has what we call workspaces and projects. So your top level organization on the left-hand side, which you see marketing and product development. These would be my workspaces. And then within your different workspaces, you have projects going on. So in marketing, you're doing things like PPC, social media, website rebrand, which is maybe a specific project. And then of course, SEO management. So within marketing, and this is a demo site, so typically you might have more than just these 5 people on the marketing team, but you're able to see that here's the 5 people that are on this workspace and are working on the projects underneath of this workspace. However, for things like SEO management, as Jason mentioned, you need to work with not only people on the marketing team, such as your SEO specialist, your content writer and designers, but you also need input from maybe product team, product development, or maybe you're working with an external SEO specialist or whatever it might be. So you can see that this project here has a few other people added onto it that are outside of the workspace. So it makes it really easy to collaborate with external members without having to invite them to everything that you're working on. So when you come into a project in Slingshot, you have up here these different tabs to navigate to the different aspects. So we have overviews where you can see any of the core content that is pinned for this particular project. So for an SEO project, we want to make sure that we keep our OKRs top of mind, that we always have our product messaging here for people to refer to when we're writing about our products, and maybe writing guidelines for when you're writing a blog. You can really pin anything that's really important to your process here at the overview. Any of your mentions that you've missed in a project would show up here, and that can be somebody talking to you at a task level, at a discussion level, wherever it might be. And then for somebody that's managing this full process, you can kind of get like a quick overview of where my workload is falling, where are people blocked, and what's overdue. So we always want to be getting out content, and we want to get out content on time. So I could quickly come here and look at what's overdue. I can see maybe that Miriam's waiting for a review here. I can pop into here and I can talk to Miriam. I can have a back and forth with her as well. So it's really easy to kind of manage a full project from up at this overview level. Now, if I dive into tasks, here's just one example of how you can organize your SEO process within Slingshot. So within lists on the left-hand side, which are basically just buckets to categorize your tasks into, so you're not working with a huge list of endless tasks. You can see that I broke out blogs, websites, and link building, which maybe those are 3 of your core things that you're working on within your SEO team. So within blogs, I can see what's on the backlog, and brief, draft, review, what's in creative, waiting publishing, and what's been completed. I can also flip this into a Kanban view so I can easily kind of see where my content is lining up, what's high priority, medium, and low, so I can really capture here, okay, so what really needs to be reviewed first, second, and last. As well as a Kanban view, if I pop over to my website list, you can see here an example of timeline where we're looking to publish a new solution page. So we need to get the briefs done, the drafts done, it's in review, and now design can't start until the review has been completed on the copy. So you can see how all of the website stuff is lining up as well for you for the year and your different projects that you have going on. I'm going to skip the discussion tab for right now. I'm going to pop over to pins, and your SEO is tasks, it's content, it's creative, you need everything handy when you need it. So within your pins, you can have a list here of different links that are just best practices for your team and research maybe that you're doing or trends that you're finding, whether it's including numbers in your blog titles or that grab more attention or whatever it might be. You can always keep up-to-date research here for your team to always have access to. As well as that, when you have your top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel content, you can organize it in here within your pins so that you have the piece that you published, the copy that you wrote for it, and the creative that is within that blog. So if somebody needs to go now repurpose this blog or edit this or whatever it might be, you can come in here. I can quickly, all right, I got to go to whether you're grouping this as top of funnel or you're grouping it by persona or you're grouping it by content type, somebody can quickly come in here and find that piece of content that they need to go edit and have access to. And that's where the file repository and shared access really, for the best practice that Jason mentioned, comes into play. All of these pieces of content here are pinned right from your different cloud storage providers. So you can connect right to Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, Box, and SharePoint, whatever you and your team are using as your shared provider, and pin your content here so that everybody always has access in an organized manner. And then moving over to dashboards here, analyze. No project, process, whatever it is complete without analyzing your metrics. So if I come into this dashboard here, what we have is a full BI engine built inside of Slingshot. So this is real-time analytics. It is fake sample data, so it's not that pretty, but pulled directly from Google Search Console and Google Analytics. So I'm able in one view, one dashboard, to see the clicks I'm getting on organic searches, what the click-through rate is, alongside of my sessions and my bounce rates down to my conversions that I'm getting. So you're able to track a full customer journey for your organic traffic in one view. So if I come up here and I edit this dashboard and I want to maybe add another visualization, I can come up here and you can see that I'm already connected to Google Search Console and Google Analytics. In addition, I can come add a data source that maybe I'm using Salesforce to collect leads. I can bring my leads now into this dashboard, filter it down by the leads that we've gotten from organic. Did they convert? Are they sales qualified? Are they unqualified? What kind of status are they in? So you can really track from your click to your page view to the lead to a new opportunity. And you can see all the other data sources too that we provide. So you have Facebook, LinkedIn, Marketo, HubSpot, a ton of different data sources here. And two, we're on a 4 to 8 week release period where we try to release 1 to 2 new data sources as well every month. So I think next we have Salesforce Marketing Cloud, Twitter, and then we'll be working on like a YouTube analytics as well. So say I wanted to add another visualization here. I'll go into Google Analytics. I will select my view within my property, and I'm brought into the visualization editor here. Say I wanted to look at my segment for organic traffic. And I want to see by month the number of sessions. And I want to see that broken down by device. And this is staging, so I'm pretty sure it's might all say desktop. Okay, we got some mobile in there, cool. All right, so now I'm able to change this to be organic sessions by device. I can come here, you can see that I use some pretty blues in my dashboard, so I'm going to change my color to match the rest of that. I'm going to change my date range to also match my dashboard and be the last 365 days. So this will constantly be updating for that date range. I'm going to hit the check up here. And then at the bottom here, you can see my visualization was added. I'll save this. And now here I am looking at my insights, my data. You can see, of course, this fake data here, conversions are tanking. So you saw in Slingshot, you have your tasks, your content, your collaborative features. So the awesome thing about it is now those different tabs all work seamlessly together. So I can go from looking at this insight, going to start a discussion with my SEO team around low conversions. I'm going to click create. The dashboard has now, a discussion's been created in my discussion tab. The dashboard is attached. I can actually come to annotate this as well. So if I wanted to take a specific screenshot, maybe of this, I could take this screenshot and then maybe, because I kind of know what I'm going to say, I'm going to add another image. And I'm going to actually expand this and take a full screenshot of this. I'm going to annotate this one, and I'm going to add a little just rectangle here. Hit this check and click done. So now these two images have been added. And I know that Miriam, our org owner of Apex Homes, is helping run our SEO process here. So we're not converting enough organic traffic right now. It looks like we do have an opportunity to increase our rankings and impression share on Chart.js. So can we get a content plan in place for this? So Miriam will get a notification. She got it, looks like in a matter of seconds. She is typing, she has access right to these images and right to this dashboard here. So she says, yes, she's going to work with the team and get back to me. So, okay, great. I'm actually going to then come here and I'm going to create a task for her. So I'm going to do a new list for a content plan. I'm gonna click next and I'm going to create content plan for Miriam. It brings in already now that message, it brings in the dashboard, the images, everything that Miriam now is going to need in order to complete this task. So I'm gonna give her a deadline. I'm gonna let her know she can start on this maybe after the long weekend here. So let's see, you come back on Tuesday, you get this done by the 9th. Click create. And just like that, I went from looking at my SEO data to collaborating with my team to acting on that collaboration and creating a task, all without switching my context, switching into a different app. And then you can see, yeah, the task was here, created, and Miriam's ready to rock and roll here. And that is basically how you can, I can't spell awesome, basically how you can create a seamless SEO management process within Slingshot.